Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Rosli. I will present about introduction of TUN ABDULLAH AHMAD BADAWI. From the time Malaysia gained independence in 1957, the country has been under respective leadership of 6 Prime Minister, each possessing its own values and authority desirables to accommodate the needs and surrounding which lead while in power. TUN ABDULLAH AHMAD BADAWI presided as Prime Minister on 31st October 2003. Hence, we will be explaining his background, contribution and characteristics as the leadership of Malaysia's 5th Prime Minister.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Ahmad Badawi. I will present about the background of TUN ABDULLAH Ahmad Badawi. Tun Datuk Sri Haji Abdullah bin Haji Ahmad Badawi was born on 26 November of 1939. He is a Malaysian politician who served as Prime Minister of Malaysia since 2003 until 2009. Abdullah Ahmad Badawi was born in Bayan Lepas, Pulau Pinang to a prominent religious family. Badawi's paternal grandfather, Sheikh Abdullah Badawi Fahim, was Hadrami descent. Abdullah Ahmad Badawi also the president of United Malay National Organisation UMNO. He is informally known as Patlah. He is also referred to as father of human capital development. Prime Minister Mahathir Mohamad has appointed Abdullah as a Deputy Prime Minister in 1999 and become a Prime Minister in 2003. Abdullah was conferred the title Tun by King Mizan Zainal Abidin for his service to the nation. He is also the Parliament members in Kepala Batas since 1978 to 2013.
Thank you, presenter, for the presentation just now. Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nurlana Isati Ahmad Khairul. So today I'm going to present about the contribution of Datuk Seri Abdullah Ahmad Badawi, which is the 5th Prime Minister of Malaysia in the social aspect. During his premiership, Datuk Seri Abdullah Ahmad Badawi has done a lot of development in terms of social aspect, and one of them is the human capital development. He decided to launch a National Integrity Plan and also Integrity Institute of Malaysia (IIM) that focuses on promoting the integrity as well as cultivate Malaysian to become an ethical society. This effort has indirectly led to the existence of Islam Hadari concept that is introduced by the Datuk Seri himself. Islam Hadari is basically a concept where the principles of Islam are applied in the government administration as well as society that comprises 10 fundamental principles of Islam Hadari. So the objective of this concept is to produce an individual as well as Islam society who has a spiritual strength, akhlaq, intellectual and efficiency in addressing the current challenges in wise, rational, practical as well as peaceful way, as well as to empower Malay by raising their competitiveness. Apart from that, Datuk Seri Abdullah Ahmad Badawi also believed that administration in the government that is free from the corruption is one of the key for a better nation. Due to this, Datuk Seri Abdullah Ahmad Badawi has founded the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission or MACC as well as Pasukan Petugas Khas Pemudah Cara Pengguna (Pemudah) that bear a responsibility to combat corruption in both public as well as private sector. A lot of cases regarding corruption during that time are solved, and for almost 174 cases out of 945 corruption cases throughout 2009 has been brought to the court.
Thank you to the previous presenter. My name is Nur Alana Bila binti Muhammad Zamri and I will present the contribution of Datuk Seri Abdullah Ahmad Badawi. Datuk Seri Abdullah Ahmad Badawi have came out with the National Integrity Plan, which focus on strengthening the ethic and the integrity. After implementing this National Integrity Plan, it will help the government to cooperate with all the sector and to create a harmony, integrity, unity among all the sector. Moreover, by implementing this National Integrity Plan, it will help to create a responsible society. Moreover, by creating this National Integrity Plan also will help to strengthen the moral among the society. Now let's go through the next contributions of Datuk Seri Abdullah Ahmad Badawi. Datuk Seri Abdullah Ahmad Badawi also came out with the brilliant idea which is economic and reform agenda. As we all know, rural people have been known with agriculture sector. When this economic and reform agenda have been implemented, it will help the rural people by promoting this agriculture sector. Moreover, by implementing this economic and reform agenda, it also will help the small and medium scale enterprise to be developed. Same goes to the Malay enterprise too. Now, I will pass to the next presenter.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Wonder Omni and I'll present about the first leadership criteria of TUN Abdullah Ahmad Badawi. And the first one is participation. Participation is said to occur when it involves the people and the leadership process. And in his first meeting as Prime Minister at the Bayan Lepas International Airport, Abdullah is quoted to have said, "Work with me and not for me," indicating the importance to put the needs and demands of the people first, and as a political leader with the title of Prime Minister. Next, Abdullah attempted to mobilize the support of the public by using the approach of cooperation and working together, and the people first, then myself. This leadership style in fact enabled him to obtain a very large majority in the past elections, and as the biggest majority ever perceived by Barisan Nasional. Next, we continue with, have you ever heard about the patience is the key? So, his biggest challenge is to reverse the attitude of the people who desire instant decisions or results. In a meeting at the dinner held by the Chinese community in Penang to commemorate the country's 15th year of independence, Abdullah stated that all the promises made during the elections would be fulfilled, and an approximation of 15 years would be needed to achieve the desired results. And this included the change of mindset among members of the civil service. And Abdullah has made a number of unscheduled visits to several government agencies in order to ensure the upgrading and maintenance of good and quality civil service. That's all from me.
I will explain about the characteristic of leadership of Tunku Abdullah Ahmad Badawi. The first characteristic is consensus focused on the relationship among the government policy makers, implementation agencies and the public. Abdullah's extensive experience in the cabinet has in fact allowed the birth of a leadership style which is practiced today, as everyone sees Abdullah as not only the Prime Minister but also as friend as well as a colleague. All these have formed the scope of Abdullah leadership, which leans on discussion and team leadership in measuring Abdullah's administration in a normative context. One of the main elements used by Abdullah is the reliance on cooperation, discussion and teamwork. He also permitted cabinet members to portray themselves as individuals who were responsible towards their respective ministry, whilst each of them is required to function as a part of his or her team members.
To conclude, all contributions and characteristics of Tun Abdullah Ahmad Badawi leadership style can be made liability. Throughout his 5 years of ruling, Tun Abdullah Ahmad Badawi has attempted to overcome his criticism of leadership and to amend several plans in form of executing such plans. That's all from me. Thank you.